Today, we all have access to way more information, opinions, perspectives, data, resources than we've ever had before. How do you filter what's best for you in relation to major financial and real estate decisions?
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
Welcome to Life's Inside Track, episode 750. I'm Yetta Dekker.
And I'm Ken Dekker.
Thanks for connecting each week where we have honest conversations to help everyday Canadians build wealth wisely through life and real estate decisions with even more clarity, more confidence, and conviction for what's next.
Recent Canadian research shows that over 43% of Canadians their number one stressor is financial.
And what's crazy about that to me is I used to think when I was younger that it was because I was maybe lazy.
Ooh.
Or that
You have never been lazy in your life.
Right, but I wasn't making the decision. And what I've discovered is maybe me, like you, it's not that you're lazy. It's not that you don't want to make a financial decision or a good real estate decision. It's that I was overwhelmed. And maybe you are too, overwhelmed with how much there is to learn, how much data is available, how many opinions there are, how much of it is different. So instead of making a decision, you move into, and I know I used to, move into overwhelm. It was too much to take in. It hurt the head.
Absolutely. And even with AI.
It's worse, actually, isn't it?
Well, if you prompt it slightly wrong or you prompt it, you can lead the witness, so to speak, and AI will give you the answer that you want. Like I just saw a little post, and it had a person holding up a mushroom to AI, to the camera, and saying, "Is this poisonous or not?" And AI said, "No, it's good to eat." And so he ate it, and then you see the little picture of a gravestone, and AI saying, "Oops, sorry, that one was poisonous." It hallucinates, right?
Right.
And so you can't always trust the information you're getting from the internet. Not only can you not trust it, how do you filter it? Because there's so much of it.
We just picked on the internet. We just picked on AI. And a lot of the information that confused me wasn't even from social, because back when I was making my first investment decisions back in the late 80s, early 90s, that wasn't really a thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gotten more prolific and there's more access. And even then, there were so many opinions and perspectives from all the people that were in my world. So we had more conversations with direct people, and yet it was no less confusing.
Yeah, and I think people are more opinionated because they have more information than they used to. They used to say, well, I don't know about that. But now there's a ton of information available. Even sold data, there's for sale data, there's opinions about what's the market doing. Is it going up? Is it going down? Should you buy? Is it a lousy time to buy?
Oh, well, what about the opinions that you should never buy?
Yeah, there's some of that out there.
Right? Like and there are situations where you ought not buy, for sure. And here's the piece that we're missing, or we missed, is that the information is only useful, really, if it's specifically applicable to my situation, my peace of mind, my financial scenario, my relationships, my wherewithal to do something with the information. It's so the information in and of itself is overwhelming and isn't actually all that beneficial.
Yetta, it's like that for me when it comes to our estate planning and our wealth building journey and investments and tax planning and that kind of stuff, because I can gather all kinds of great information off the internet, and I do.
And through people.
And then the problem is I'm inside of the frame, so to speak, because I have my own biases.
No.
Yes, I do.
So the question right now that you should be asking yourself is, do you have your own biases? And it's a really quick, easy answer. We all do.
It ought
right?
to be,
like
yes.
I jokingly, it's 100% yes. because I jokingly said to Ken, do you? And of course he does, because so do I and so do you. And that's the struggle with the information in part, is we're out to confirm the biases we already have.
That's right.
Rather than potentially see it through a lens of, is this really helpful?
Yeah, and I can attempt to be open-minded, to be in wonder and desire to be in curiosity.
Right.
And my past experience still affects my filtering of the information that I'm bringing in. And so what I found is I need to go to an expert in estate planning. I need to go to an expert in tax planning. Now, fortunately, I don't have to go to an expert in real estate because I are one.
You can come to me and I can come to you. Yes. And we do that, right? We do banter back ideas and strategies. And even then we come up with stuff that we couldn't have come up with ourselves.
Well, and that being said, Yetta, even when we go to sell our own personal house, we have too much history there. And we will ask for the other agents in the office to give their opinion on pricing because we're invested in it. So it's harder to be objective if you're in it.
Well, even when we went and did we were having a staging course, and I decided to use my own house because we were having a professional in to help our realtors. And so I pre-staged it because I know that I know that I know, and I do it for people all the time. And I'm very, very good at it. I've been doing it for almost 40 years. Like, this is not hard work for me. And yet when it was my own home, I was too attached to certain things, and they did a lot more work after I was done.
So you put things, or you had things where they're comfortable for you, where they've always been, or
where I thought they should look good and still work and but they shouldn't be there at all. They should be gone. Right? So it's when you're in it, it's hard to see it. So having clarity usually takes talking it through with someone else that you trust. Now that's a key word, because when I talk things through with someone I don't trust, it doesn't go anywhere.
Nowhere good.
Nowhere good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, we're talking really about wisdom and clarity, because you've got tons of information.
No shortage.
Right? And information is different from wisdom. It's kind of like they say, well, when you learn, you get knowledge. But knowledge in itself is not wisdom. So the information you take in, you can research things to the umpth degree, and yet it may paralyze you. You may get paralysis of the analysis, right? Where you're investigating to the point of confusion.
Right. So what we're really wanting to say is, one next step is all you're trying to get clarity on. Like, you're not necessarily trying to get the whole picture solved either. The whole path laid out. You want at least one next wise step. And it's interesting because we were talking with somebody just today that has seen hundreds of our shows and has information, and they trust us. Isn't that awesome, actually? And they trust the counsel and the input and the wisdom. And yet, how do they apply that to their specific scenario? So talking it through is still necessary even when you have the information.
Absolutely. And that one next step is might be for you to jump on the Dekker team website and book a clarity call with us. It's a 15-minute call. Sometimes it runs a little over, sometimes it's shorter. And it's free. It's free. Did I say it's free?
You just said it's free. It doesn't cost you anything except your time.
Yes. And our time.
Yeah.
But we are so committed to you having clarity about your next steps that's why we offer it for free.
Yeah, because sometimes it really is the best thing you can do is just having a short, brief, intentional. I'm going to use the word intentional here. Conversation with somebody that you trust.
Yeah.
Right? We often think we have to make this big, huge shift. Often it's not a big, huge shift.
No.
It's just one little decision.
Yeah.
One little new piece of clarity.
Yeah. And sometimes that new clarity creates a conviction and an action, which then sets you up for the next decision. And that next decision may be in a week. It may be 3 months from now. It may be 6 months from now. But the point is, you now have a direction, a track to run on to move towards your ultimate goals.
Right. And I think most everyday Canadians, and I call myself an everyday Canadian, and it's a phrase we haven't always used. Because I thought, but what we really know is we want to do good with the resources that we've been given. We want to take care of our families. We want to make good decisions. We want to move forward. We want to make sure our retirement is prepared for, right? Mm-hmm. We want to make sure we can help our kids when we want to help our kids. Like we have similar dreams, and yet they're not exactly the same. And we have different things that cause us to have peace of mind than the person next door.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to personalize it, and obviously a little difficult to do on a podcast or a video podcast or to personalize it. So what we're really trying to get clear on is that the clarity is probably not going to come from you rolling it over in your head and thinking it through again and again and again and taking the information you already have and the resources that are out there and just mulling it over again and again and again. It's not likely going to move the needle.
Right. And sometimes one honest conversation can change everything for you. One honest conversation at a time can make all the difference. You know, you don't need all the answers all at once, is what you said, right?
Right.
You don't need all the answers, and you don't need all the information, although you probably have more information than you need.
Most of us do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean you can't take the next wise step, that one step.
And what do you think that one step is?
Well, it could be giving us a call. It could be joining on our Dekker Team website, clicking on the appointment. Now, it's nice when it pops up, you can pick your time. The other thing it does is it gives a little window for what do you want to talk about?
What's on your heart?
And that's good for us, and it's good for you because it gives you a chance to think about, oh, what am I pondering? What really do I want to seek clarity on? And then for us, it allows us to prepare a little bit in our, what would I say?
In our thoughtful, reflective prayer time?
Yes, very good, Yetta. I love the way you can read my mind and verbalize it. It's amazing. Yeah, that, exactly. Because then we come onto the call with a good sense of where, not what's needed, but a good sense of how we're to listen to you so that we can garner information and help with what's the next best step after that clarity.
Well, the options, right? Because when we say like when your options are clear, your wisdom will flow, right? Like that's really true. If you don't know what your options are, it's difficult to let the wisdom come.
It is. And so if you need clarity around your next real estate financial step that you want to take, start with a simple clarity call. Sometimes the greatest value is simply talking things through with someone you trust.
What if it's about too much information and not enough clarity? And it's not about being lazy, and yet it feels like it?
Yeah, information overload or overwhelm is a real thing. And you'll want to tune in to CHRI 99.1 FM this Friday at 9:30 as we unpack how to get clarity out of the information overload.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward.